Here's how I built Pacman. First we need to bring in the maze or grid that Pacman navigates. It's an SVG file I made in Affinity and exported as an SVG. Go into Fusion and then from the menu at the top choose Fusion, Import, SVG, select the grid, open it, accept that box, hook up the node, go into Image, select Auto Res, then deselect it and change the height so that it looks more normal. Okay, what we need to do now is create the path that Pacman will navigate through the maze on. So we'll bring in a paint node and a background node, hook them together and into the merge. With the background node selected, bring down the alpha, go to paint, now go up to the polyline stroke and holding shift down, define a path that you want Pacman to follow. You can adjust it, you can fine tune it later. Come into brush controls, you can click that and change its size. Now we also want to give it some spacing. So in this section here, double click and enter 4. And now we have a dotted line that Pacman can follow. Now for Pacman himself, we need the shape 3D, the 3D renderer, and a transform node. Hook them together. Select the shape 3D, change this to cylinder, click on top, go to transform, double click, enter 90. We need to reduce its width, so let's bring that down. Now you can see the edges are a bit jagged, so we need to bring the subdivisions up. Right, 50 should do. Okay, now it's still too big, so let's reduce it more. Now to make the Pacman mouth, we're in the 0 frame, so we need to then give angle a keyframe, come up to enter 8 and come up to the 8th frame, give it another keyframe, go down to frame 4 and in this dialog box enter 45, press enter and then 315, and now you can see Pacman's mouth is open and we need to, it doesn't do anything when we go all the way along the timeline, so we need to loop that. Go into spline, select the shape, select zoom all, then window all the keyframes and then click that button and then right click, go to set loop, loop. Now you can see Pacman animates the entire length of the timeline. We'll close the spline. Now to get Pacman to follow the path, we need to attach it to the path. We're going to attach it to the Paint 1 path. So select that, come to the modifiers, and then choose, right click here for animation, right click and choose publish. Okay, with the path published, click on transform and then over the word center, right click and choose path and then come away from that and then reselect it. Now we have path 1, right click here for shape, connect to polyline value, and you can see it's jumped to the start of the line, but if we animate it, it doesn't go anywhere. So now what we need to do is to move it along the path. Okay, so making sure that transform is selected, we need to move it using the displacement. You have to uncheck that keyframe first, uncheck it, and then recheck it, and then come up to where you want the animation to end, we'll say 350, and then move the displacement along. And you can see that Pacman has followed the line. However, Pacman doesn't reorientate itself to the path, so we need to fix that. To orient it, make sure it's transform selected, go to Tools, right click on Angle, and then connect to Path 1 Heading. And you can see Pacman has altered itself to face the direction of the path. Now when we move the playhead, we need to animate the dots so that they disappear after Pacman has eaten them. So to do that, come into Paint, and we're going to be using right on. So keyframe that, come all the way up to 350, the end of the animation, and slide the right on slider to the end. And you can see that Pacman, you can see that the dots disappear as Pacman moves along the path. If you want to adjust the path so that it sits more in the middle of each obstacle, select the paint node and then modifiers, polyline stroke, and using this button here, modify only, click it and window the nodes at the vertices that you want to adjust, and with them highlighted, just tap the arrow key. Just keep doing that until you have the path where you want it. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so that's how I made Pacman. Thanks for watching.